Hello friend, welcome back to my channel Tech W3 Wave. This is Vijay Kumar. In this lesson, we will see the best practice of Apex Trigger, Apex Class and Apex Test class in Salesforce. So let's get started. So first starting from the Apex Trigger best practice in Salesforce. So following are the some important point for the Apex Trigger. One trigger per object. Create one trigger on one object. Don't create many trigger on the same object. If you are creating multiple trigger on the single object, you have no way to controlling the order of execution in those trigger can run in the same context. Logicless trigger. If you are write method in triggers, those can't be exposed for test purpose. You also can't expose logic to be reused anywhere else in your org. Context-specific helper methods. Create context-specific helper method in trigger handler Apex class. Bulkify your code. Bulkifying Apex code refer to the concept of making sure the code properly handle more than one record at a time. Bulkification of your code where up to 200 record could be run through at a one time. Avoid SQL query or DML statement inside for loop. An individual Apex request gets a maximum of the 100 SQL query before exceeding that governor limit. So if this trigger is invoked bytewise for more than 100 account record, the governor limit will throw an runtime exception error. Using collection, streamlining SQL query and efficient for loops. It is important to use Apex collection to efficiently query data and store the data in memory. A combination of using collection and streamlining SQL query can substantially help writing efficiently Apex code and avoiding governor limit. Querying large data set. The total number of records that can be returned by SQL query in request is 50,000. If returning a large set of queries cause to exceed your heap limit, then SQL query for loop must be used instead. It can process multiple batches of records through the usage of the internal call to query and query more. Use future appropriately. It is critical to write your Apex code to efficiently handle bulk or many records at a time. This is also true for asynchronous Apex method, those annotated with the future keyword. The difference between synchronous and asynchronous Apex can be found. Avoid hardcode IDs. When deploying Apex code between sandbox and production environment or installing force.com AppExchange package, it is essential to avoid hardcode ID in the Apex code. By doing if the record ID change between environments, the logic can dynamically identify the proper data to operate against and not fail. Friends, now I will be see Salesforce Apex class best practice. Following are the important points for the Apex class method. Bulkify your code. Bulkification of your code where up to 200 records could be run through at a once time. For example, if you are inserting record from data loader, if your code has not been written to handle multiple records at a time, it will throw an error. So always avoid DML SQL query in loop. Hardcode IDs. Avoid hardcode IDs to pass in the Apex method. Single trigger. Use a single trigger per object type. Don't write multiple trigger in same object. Nested loops. Avoid nested loops. Don't write loop inside loop section. Naming convention. Have a naming convention to same as a S object. Asynchronous. Use asynchronous Apex class. Use map. Querying for large data set, use map for a subject. Catch to exception. Use try and catch to exception handling in Apex code. Reusability. Make reusability of Apex code. Apex performance. Retrieve only relevant data rows. Apply filter and limit. Remove debug statement from the code once done with testing. Limits Apex. Use of the limits Apex method. Security and sharing in Apex class. Apex code run in system mode by default, which means current logged in users permissions and field level security are not respected during execution. To ensure that sharing rule are not enforced, class must be declared using without sharing keyword. To enforce the sharing rule, declare the class as with sharing. Friends, now we will see test class best practice. So following are the some important points for the test Apex class method. First, @is test. Test class must start with @is test annotation. 75% code coverage. To deploy on production, at least 75% code coverage is required. @test setup. Use @test setup to create test record once in a method and use in every test method in the test class. Test data factory. Create a test data factory class with @is test annotation. Hardcode IDs. Avoid using hardcode ID anywhere in test class or any Apex class. Governor limit. Use test.start test function and test.stop test function to allow their previous governor limits. System runnage. System runnage to enforce record sharing. Send email. You can't send email from the test method. Bulk trigger. Exercise bulk trigger functionality. Static method. Test method should be always a static and return time void. So friends, in this lesson, we have covered the best practice of Apex trigger, Apex class and Apex test class in Salesforce. So first we have covered Apex trigger best practice. Then we have covered Salesforce Apex class best practice. Then we have covered test class best practice. So these are the important points. If you are writing a Apex class, Apex trigger class and writing a test class in Salesforce, keep in mind these are the important points. So always follow these are the important points. If you are writing a trigger, if you are writing Apex class method and if you are working on the test class in Salesforce. So friends, in the next lesson, we will be learn about order of execution and exception handling in Salesforce. So let's see on the next lesson. To get more related video of the Salesforce, go to the YouTube, search Tech3 Web, then click here, go to the videos, and here you will be get so many live demo example of video. Here I created real-time scenario based on working on the office. So here you will be get Salesforce Lightning Aura component, Visualforce page, Salesforce LWC, Lightning Flow Builder, and here so many video you will be get that is working in office in live project. If you subscribe my channel, your project working will be very easy. So friends, like, share and subscribe and support my channel. Thank you so much.